Welcome to another podcast. This is a family podcast, so we discuss everyday family issues. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast.
Remember, when it comes to applying for jobs, books are judged by their cover. That's a quote by Patricia Ekins.
In our last podcast, we discussed if going to university is worth it. We went on to say that education is not cheap. The cost of attending university has increased massively in recent years compared to wages. Having in mind that no university is fully funded because of that, a lot of students have to apply for student loans, which they'll have to pay back all or some of them depending on their earnings after graduation.
Yeah, but graduating from university is just the beginning of your career journey. As you said, the cost of university is not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
All the money parents spend to train their children in the university and the loans that some of the students borrow in the hope that they will pay back later. Like you said, sometimes it depends on the job they get. If your job, maybe if you cut off the amount that government said that you have to get to, then you start paying back.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It depends on the job you get. All that, like I said, it depends on the kind of job and career you embark on after your graduation. Yeah.
Yep. And you have to remember that every graduate would like to get a job, irrespective of the course the person read in the university.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, there's enormous competition in the job market all the time for the right candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Having that in mind, it's advisable to choose the right degree that will separate you from others and give you the advantage in your employment prospects after graduation.
Yeah, but in the last podcast, you remember, you asked me if going to university is worth it. Do you understand? Remember, in the last podcast, you asked me that. And I said, there are a few questions that you have to answer first, right? The first one was, are you going to university because your friends are going to university?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? And the second one was, are there options for you to consider, like apprenticeship or other options for you? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third one was, what kind of course or career are you interested in? The fourth one I said about was, with the course or the career path that you choose or you're going after or you're pursuing, will it worth it in the long run? Do you understand? Those are the questions before you embark on, maybe you want to go to university, that you have to consider. Do you get that? But I want to point out that I would like to lay more emphasis on what kind of course and career you're interested in. That's number 3. Right? I want to lay more emphasis on that.
Mm-hmm.
In many people go to university. They spend 3 years, sometimes 4 years. It depends on the course the person is reading. Understand? They spend in university. All right? Most of them, they will choose an easy course. Sometimes they think that some of the courses they choose are not easy. Maybe their friends prescribed or tell them about that course. They just want to jump in because it's easy. Do you understand what I mean? Right? Because of that, some of these courses at the long run, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it is, depending on what you do.
You understand what I mean? Because they think it's easy courses. They choose those easy courses.
Because the job that you might want to have, they may not like your degree.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you might finish that 4 years, 5 years in university, or 3 years in university. The courses are easy, like I said to you, according to that. But there's no course is easy, but coming to the job prospect aspect of it, coming out, you not get a job. Do you understand me? Because nobody's looking at those kind of courses. It's just, do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of that, you can say, okay, why is it a waste of time? Someone might ask that. 3 years, 4 years you spend in university. Why is it a waste of time? Do you get me? Because after spending those years in university, the course has no prospect, like I said to you, for jobs, right? And they will end up, the people that went for that courses after graduating, they'll still end up in one of all these supermarkets, arranging chefs, arranging foodstuffs. You understand what I mean? The chefs, they end up there after spending 4 years, 3 years in university. They still come back and working with people that didn't even go to university. Do you understand what I mean? At the end of the day, does it worth it?
Yeah. So if going university is what you want, and you really want to go there to study with the hope of getting a good job after university graduation, first of all, you have to know that nothing good comes easy.
Yeah, but before you go, what I'll say is that before you go to university, it's good that you try and do a lot of research. The person should try and do a lot of research.
Yeah, which degrees will help you get.
That's what I mean. Try and do a lot of research. Which degrees that are most employable. It's not just going to university. Which of them?
Your future, you have to think about that.
Yeah, which of them are most employable? You understand? Then, after days, like I said to you, university, you spend a lot of money, you take loans, right? Your parents gonna top up money as well for you. You stay in the, maybe even if you stay in the hostels, you're gonna pay rent, which you already discussed in the last podcast. Do you understand what I mean? The rent and all this stuff is going up. Then interest rate as well going up. So all those things you put into consideration. So what kind of course or which course are you pursuing? At the long run, 3 years, 4 years after university, will that course give you advantage in the market? Will you get a job? And the job, will it be a paid job? What I mean by paid job, will it be a good job that will give you a salary? A good salary. You understand what I mean? Those are the things you have to consider. So going in there, like I said to you earlier, going there and just choosing the easier courses. Understand? I don't want to call the courses name. I just want to call them. Understand? Choosing those courses and then come out at the end of the day, like you said earlier, working in the chefs, just working in the supermarket, or working in JD or some. Do you understand what I mean? Why with people that didn't even go anyway? Do you understand? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense after 3 years. Do you get me? And then owing those money because you're taking loans and all those stuff which you don't pay back. It doesn't make sense.
So what you're saying is that if you don't research about what courses are going to help you in the future with how people are going to employ you for your jobs, you have to research more. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that especially here in England and some developing countries, there are courses that give you most, like I said to you, employable options for you to earn more money. There are some courses that once you finish and come out, if you stay most 6 months, you're gonna get a good job. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
There are some courses that they have high rates of employable. So those kind of courses, when you do the research and everything, it's easier because now you find those courses, you apply for those courses. Then when you get in there, the same year others are spending, 3 years, 4 years, maybe it might give you one more year after 4 years or 5 years. But when you come out, it give you more options.
Yeah.
You put in a better position for you to get a higher pay. Do you understand what I mean? Instead of going there and coming out, your first salary is going to be around 15,000 or 20,000. Do you get me? After 3, 4, 5 years, doesn't make sense. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Why can't you just spend more time, do the research, do this, because it's the same effort that you're going to put in there in the university to study. Use that the same effort and study better courses. Then when you come out, you make more. Do you understand what I mean? You get a job, yeah? That's what I was talking about.
So moving on from that, let's look at some of the courses you should consider for university. One of them is teaching. Teachers are the reason almost everyone in the world has jobs. If it wasn't for them, getting a job would be a struggle. And being a teacher can help you further down the line with education. So I've seen this on the internet. The average starting salary for a teacher is £22,000. So you get good pay as well.
Yes, teaching, is out there is one of the top. Understand? Because teachers, there's always vacancy for teachers. Do you understand what I mean? In most of the developed countries, there's always vacancy for teachers. Though it's not an easy job because it takes a lot of time as well.
It takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, a lot of patience and everything. But it definitely, once you're out, you're gonna get a job. Like you said, the starting salary is good pay as well. Do you understand? And they have more holiday time because you do. Yeah, they have a lot of more holidays
because school has holiday.
Yeah, more holiday time and everything. Do you understand? Which is still included in their pay. When your holiday you get paid. Do you understand what I mean? So teachers make more money. It might be 22,000, but if you can collect other benefit into it, it's more than that.
And the thing is, if you think about it, if you're a teacher, if you don't want to be a teacher anymore, you have being a teacher in your CV as well. So if you want to have a better job than a teacher, you can use that to help you.
Yeah, you can use that to do some top-ups as well. You understand me? And to go,
yeah. So the second one is computer science. This is definitely a very good course to have because nowadays people use electronics almost half the time of their day because of work, social media, and many other things. So making technology for the future is definitely a course I would recommend, seeing as in the foreseeable future, technology is going to be used much more than it is now.
Yeah, it's getting vast. When you talk about computer science is just like at the beginning when it was just Microsoft, right? It was like, it's computer science. People just want to learn about computer. Now
people wouldn't think of it as being a thing.
Now it's like vast. There's a lot of things you're gonna talk about in the computer science. IT is a lot of things, coding, a lot of things into that. It's vast course to do. You understand, especially if we go into this computer aspect of it. Once you come out, IT, a lot of just those computer science as it is. There's a lot of options for you to study in there, and once you're out, there's jobs because everything now is going online. Everything is going on computer stuff. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Everything is going online. You understand? So there's always job opportunities there. I think it's about like most people that study computer science or study related courses in the computer, I think it should be around 86% of them.
Really?
Yeah, they get jobs once they come out of university. You understand? So it's a very vast, it's good. It's a very, very vast course to go into. You understand? So
and it's a hard course to learn as well.
There's no, I'll explain to you.
There's no course that isn't
I'll explain
hard.
to you earlier. There's no course that is easy. You have to put your head down and study it. So the place I'm pointing out is that if it was 4 years, if it's 3 years, you spend the same 3 years like other person. Do you get me? But when you choose the right course, you know that you're going there to study. Do you understand what I mean? It's hard work. The same. But when you're coming out, as all of you are coming out of the university, everyone with their different courses. Some will stay 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They will not even get any job. Some way, once they're coming out or they're going to job placement, they're gone. Do you understand what I mean? Because of the courses they study. Do you understand? So those are the things that separate a lot of people coming out from university.
Yes. Yeah, and the third one of my list of courses is medicine. I'm sure you've heard of medicine being a good job and course because of the high salary. But you can't forget that without medicine, many illnesses would be causing much more trouble than it is today. So you can command higher salaries in the future as well, depending on how high you are in your work.
Medicine is one of the top courses anyway. And I remember those days when we are in school. It's a job that it's a course that when you are in, it's like your life is gone.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Do you understand? It's a long course. I think it's 5 years, 6 years. But within 5 years, 6 years, you just block everything about social activities. Do You understand? I'm talking about when we were in school. Most of them were looking at them like aliens because they always study. Do you understand what I mean? Every time you see them they're studying with their white coat or whatever, they're studying. Understand? And no, it's a medicine. It just is in medicine. Don't even go there. He will not follow you and go anywhere. Do you understand what I mean? The same thing. I don't know here as well, because it's a course that when you finish and come out, there's job waiting for you. Do you understand what I mean?
You can relax when you're done.
The salary is up there. Do you understand? If you watch out for example, this pandemic, without doctors,
them.
without them, understand what was going to happen? It's a lot. And two, when you talk about medicine, there's a lot. The same thing like computer science. There's a lot
it's varied.
Yeah, it's varied. Do you understand? It's a vast.
Anyway,
course.
there's always a job. There's always a job.
There's
for
vast. I don't know how to put it. There's a lot of courses into that medicine that you can go into. Do you understand what I mean?
And the thing is, even when you just come out of university and you just start with a new job, in the future you can still go up. You can
you still can top up as well if you want to. You understand? But even if you want to stick only be medicine or doctor just like that, that salary is a lot. It's about over like 30,000, 40,000 starting salary and all that, with other advantages and some other things that are put into it. Do you understand? So it's a course that definitely once you come out, the percentage of getting a job is high. You understand?
It'll help you a lot.
Yeah.
And 4 is, it's kind of related to medicine, but is dentistry. 4 is dentistry. It's seen as a very grueling course to take, especially because so many people take it. They even have it harder because it takes quite a while to finish the course. But in the end, it's such a good course to take because if you do get a job in dentistry, the salary is worth it.
A lot. It's like the same like you said, it's like medicine. But the difference is just that dentistry, I think it's almost like the same year, 6 years or something like that. Years. So that's because of that, a lot of people run away from it. The same way you have to put in more effort. Yeah. Unlike other courses. You understand? Because they study a lot as well. There's a lot of research and a lot of things they do. But once you're out, come out, graduate, definitely. You're up there, you're top there. There's money. Do you understand? They make a lot of money. You know how much it is to book? Yeah. To see a dentist?
Yes, a lot of money.
How long it takes you for even to...
Because so many people want to...
do you understand what I mean? So it's a course that everywhere. If you want to have your own private clinic, if you want to work for someone, in any country that you enter, there's always job for you. Do you understand what I mean? They're looking for a dentist. So it's a course that if someone wants to do it and you're determined to do it, you're coming out, there's no regret.
And the next one is, again, related to medicine. 5, Veterinary Science. Being a vet is a great course to take since you get paid a huge amount of money, seeing as when you just get a job as a vet, your average salary is 30 to 35,000 pounds.
It's not even about it's not about even the money. You have to understand. Now there's a lot of people have pets. A lot of people, like you see dogs everywhere, cats everywhere, a lot of pets out there. So veterinary doctors, they're in demand. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. They're in demand. It's like, because those days maybe you can say that people know they do have pets, but it's not as much. Now it's like
everyone.
Everyone is like, I want to have a dog or have to have a pet or something like that. So veterinaries are like, they're in demand. Yeah. The same way humans are like, they can book in advance 3 months before you see a dentist. Or
it's like
the same way.
It's the same with
you understand what I mean? It's a lot of money. So when you get into that field and put your head down and study it,
I would say dentists and vets are similar because of the way they work. And also vets take around 6 to 7 years as well.
The same, because you have to, you know what it is? For you to even know when a dog is sick,
when
they have tumor or something like that,
and they're very animals are different to humans as well, so it's much harder to be doing all of that stuff.
Yeah, they study that a lot. Do you understand? So and it needs a lot of concentration. It needs a lot of determination as well in order for you and a lot of patience for you to do that. So it's something that when you determine to do something, when you do the research properly and get into that, once you come out of university, definitely there's always job for you, and the money is not bad though.
Yeah, and finally, healthcare, nursing. Healthcare is a vast profession. There are a lot of courses related to healthcare. Picking nursing is just that. Nursing is a career that is in high demand. Every country at the moment is dealing with the pandemic, so nurses or doctors, they're in high command. They are in high demand. It's like okay, let's just see here in England. Remember when the pandemic stuff, right? What were they doing? They were clapping for the nurses. Right? Yeah.
They call clapping for doctors. Let's clap for the NHS and all that because of that. Even at the moment, they are putting, if you go to the website, you see that they need a lot of nurses. Do you understand? Because no matter how many they employed, they still need more because people are falling ill. Do you understand? There's always opportunity for you to work. So when you get into the healthcare aspect of it, you do want to do nursing or some related courses to that as well. Maybe mental health or social care. Just there's a lot psychological aspect of as well in there under healthcare. Then demand. Once you come out, that's it. There's job there. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
What you have to. Our focus when we started this is just about the jobs. We're talking about courses that will lead to most employable.
Good jobs.
You understand? They're going to give you jobs. Instead of staying 2 years after 3 years or 4 years when you finish university and come out.
You just wasted your time.
Wasting your time on all the stuff. So those are the courses that when you go there and come out, there's jobs. And what you have to understand is it's not only this ones we just said.
There's loads. There's many others.
There are some of them that fit this. But you need to do the research. Like I said to you, there are a lot of other courses like building and planning, engineering,
law,
architecture, law, different ones. Coding in, like one we said last week as well. There are courses that you don't even need to go to university.
You don't need to go to university.
You understand? Then you go and do it.
You can even learn it before you go to university.
Straight away, and that job, they pay good money on it. There are some courses that you don't do in university. You can do that. You just learn and just get like 60,000. Do you understand what I mean? There's a lot of courses out there. So what we're saying is not about like, but if you want to go to university,
that's
get
your choice.
Study, do some research, and go into the field that you know that once you finish and come out, there's always.
But the thing is, it's not just about the money. You have to choose something that will be for you as well. Something that
you will be happy to do. You understand? Something that you want, you feel that you're gonna be comfortable doing it. But what I'm saying, why wasting 4 years and 3 years?
Yeah, just to get a job that doesn't
to get certificate pay. And come in and just to go and start working in there. Do you understand what I mean? A coffee shop and or something like that. I know which many people might disagree with me because maybe there's no job out there. Understand what I mean? But what I'm saying, there are jobs, there are courses that once you come out, that's definitely.
There's always one that's going to come.
Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So there is nothing rewarding like reaping the fruits of your labor after spending those years, because you had hard work, right? You study all night, you do everything. Maybe most times you have to like neglect your friends, you have to like get away from your friends. You social life,
just everyone gone.
Yeah, social life, you throw it out of the window. You understand what I mean? Why are you doing all this stuff? Because
just for your future.
Better life. Do you understand? So why spending on doing all this stuff and then come out
and
still doing the same with people that didn't go there?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. So getting a better job with a good pay is rewarding. It's your decision to make. Like we normally say, you set your priority right.
It's your decision to make, yeah.
You set your priority right. Don't do things because others are doing it. Make the right choices. and choose wisely.
Yeah, you always have to choose wisely. That's for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying with us to the end.
And don't forget that family is everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.